Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kenneth Hall Stadium. Home tonight of the Ridgepoint Panthers, getting ready to take off against the Texas City Stingrays. Ronnie Hazard, along with Dennis John, set to bring you the last regular season game of this 2014 season. Hard to believe, but it's here.
It seemed like it came quite quickly, didn't it?
Always does, doesn't it? Both teams moving on. Ridgepoint, the leaders of this district, 23-5A, as Texas City comes onto the field. Ridgepoint coming in 9-0, 6-0. Texas City 5-4 overall on a 4-game win streak coming into tonight's contest.
But you're right. It's kind of exciting. Texas City has really had some struggles early in the season, but it's nice to see have some successes lately. Last week was a great opportunity to see. We talked about the kind of the running back by committee. It was really nice to see the fact that you have 5 different individuals scoring touchdowns. Jarvis Ford scored his 4th of the season. Xavier Simpson scoring his 3rd of the season. Daquan Thompson scoring his 4th of the season. Then you got Nathan Stahl from the defensive side of the ball, coming over and having a couple of carries and actually scores a touchdown. And then, of course, Chris Ponder, who's had some injuries this year, was out a couple of games, but comes back and scores a touchdown as well. So it's neat to see. Again, we talk about those kids. You're not going to have a 1,000-yard rusher when you have 5 or 6 kids that are going to carry the ball, but it's neat to have some success putting points on the board.
Well, they will have to be on their game tonight as they get ready to face the number 1 defense in the district, the number 2 offense in the district, and number 3
team in the state of Texas.
Exactly. So that will be a big chore for Texas City tonight. We'll take a break as we get set for the national anthem. As the captains are about set to meet in the middle of the field, very nice opening tribute.
Yeah, moment of silence. Really kind of neat recognizing here at the stadium for little Princess Kennedy Cooper. She had lost the battle, I guess you'd say, to trisomy 9 mosaicism, a really rare disease that Mark and Jennifer Cooper, one of the coaches of the high school football staff, have been dealing with, and just really a touching story. Funeral will be tomorrow, of course, and touches really the whole community, I guess you'd say.
It has, most definitely has. She was a fighter all the way, 16 months old, I believe. And like I said, funeral tomorrow. The players are all wearing a sticker with the pink PK on the back of their helmets in her memory tonight.
Number 20, Keyshawn Ledet.
Captains on the field for Texas City. Representing Texas City, number 53, Zach Glazner. Number 8, Stephen Blevins. Number 23 is DeAndre Fillmore. And then number 91, Kyle O'Rourke.
Ridgepoint High School football. They are number 2, Deontay Ford. Number 4, Jameel Cook. Number 5, Connor Talbot. Number 6, Diamante Beltre. Number 8, Chris Davis. Number 9, Cedric Horton. Number 10,
I guess they're waiting for the announcement to they all get them all announced before they're going to tell us.
We could tell
Texas
you.
City won the toss.
We don't want to spoil the thrill.
It hasn't indicated what's going on yet. It's announcing the Panthers.
Dennis Hardy, we talked about Ridgepoint coming in 9-0 this year. Their last loss was against this Texas City team last year, a very different Texas City team. It was in the second round of the playoffs.
And you know what? Just looking back at that game too, that was 0-0 at halftime. Texas City caught a break, returned a fumble for a touchdown, really kind of broke the ice. And tell you what, that was a very great game. And I guarantee you, many have said about this Ridgepoint team being number 3 in state. They're behind Toledo, which is somehow or another they just reload every year. They're there every year. George Ranch number 2, and then Ridgepoint ranked number 3. But I've heard many people say that this Ridgepoint team, loaded with seniors, and the talent that they've had, have risen to the top and really probably should be playing at Cowboy Stadium come end of December. And so you're looking at that's the kind of competition you're facing tonight. And they have built a program here just to 4 years old.
Exactly. The high school started in 2010, so they hit the ground running and have definitely done that. Coach Brett Sniffen and his staff have come on strong. Texas City on the field, ready to get started. Thursday night football for Texas City here at the end of the season has become normal, if you will. an oddity for us starting this year, but here we have our third game on a Thursday night. As we said, Texas City and Ridgepoint obviously will both.
You know, we talk about it being an oddity for Texas City. It really has been for Texas City, but the Ridgepoint team, this is their fourth Thursday night. This is their ninth game of the season. They've played 4 on Thursday and 2 on Saturday. So for them, you don't talk about Friday night lights. It'd almost be Thursday night lights for them. And
exactly.
They have, just looking at their record, they have just really been rolling this year. Have 4 shutouts on the season. Out of 9 games, to have 4 shutouts on the season, and just really looking forward to seeing battle take place tonight as they prepare to kick off.
Christian Weaver and Xavier Simpson back deep for the Stings. This game is underway. Short kick taken at about the 25-yard line by Servik. Marshall Servik looking for some blockers. He's across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's where Texas City will start.
Marshall Servik on the return.
1st and 10.
First man there, Justin Jackson for the Panthers. And I tell you what, take across that front line as we get started for Texas City. Center, number 52, senior Darian Trials. Right guard, number 63, Ramsey Ramirez. His right tackle, number 71, Lavarian Vincent. And number on the left side, number 65, Lorenzo Beza. He's a senior. Left tackle, number 64, Anthony Salazar, is starting as a sophomore tonight.
Daquan Thompson at quarterback. Takes the snap, handoff goes to Jarvis Ford, trying the left side of that line, and he won't get much, maybe a yard. Original line of scrimmage was a 31. They'll give him the 32.
42, Dan Carpenter, 1 yard on the run. 2nd and 9, ball on the 31.
Zach Heathcock, number 14, now comes in at quarterback. Ford and Simpson in the backfield. Straight up the middle, nice run up to the 38, 39-yard line.
Handoff to Xavier
Simpson gets 8.
6 yards on the carry. Tackled by number 67.
Torian Williams, number
that
67
6.
on the stop. Williams, one of the leading tacklers on this team. 17 tackles for loss this year.
6-yard carry for Simpson will make it 3rd and 2 for the Stings. Heathcock from under center. Makes the handoff, looking to throw. Caught for the first down. That's Texas City's Jesse Sendejas, number 34, with the catch.
Sendejas catches that ball with Tyler Turner draped on him like a robe. I tell you what, nice job of bringing that one down for a Texas City first down.
Ball spotted right at the 45-yard line, so Stings get their first down of the night. Heathcock stays in under center.
Sendejas' first catch of the season.
Fumble. Looks like Heathcock got it back.
Hey, looking for a flag. Looked like there's the offensive line very discombobulated. Everybody went at a different time.
Yeah.
And no flag, though.
Not good communication there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Stings will be number 10, Christian Ponder, run at quarterback on 2nd down. Robert Frank. Actually, Thompson is in at quarterback. Pitches to Frank. Frank trying to get outside, tries to cut it in, but nothing doing there. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. And the flag comes in late just as he goes down.
Jameel Cook, first man there, stands him up, and then he's given some help by his Panther teammates. Looks like it's going to be a face mask on Ridgepoint. And a big break for Texas City because he was – it would bring up 3rd down and 10.
It was going to be 3rd and 10 is exactly right, and now it'll be first down.
Personal foul, face mask, against the defense, number 38, automatic first down.
The Stings with some assistance here. First down by pass, first down by penalty.
Now on the downhill side at the 40-yard line of the Panthers. Thompson stays in, takes a snap, throws it outside. Oh,
Almost.
tell you what, throwing to Cervic, but almost intercepted. Number 18 right there.
Loaded that ball. And I tell you what, Tyler Turner leads the team with 4 interceptions, almost had number 5, and that would have been 6.
Yeah.
Notice how I did that?
I did.
4 interceptions.
That would have still only been number 5, but
Yeah,
it would have been 6 points.
All right. Didn't know if you caught the number.
Hey,
Just,
it's the last game of the season. I
Check
got
it out, man.
I
We're
got
rolling.
it together.
All right. 2nd and 10.
Heathcock, nowhere to go.
Yeah, Justin
Loss
Jackson
of 5.
sniffs that one out. Tell you what, Heathcock was on an island right there. Nowhere to go. Not sure if that was busted or intentional, but
Either way,
no
it's
room, yeah.
No, it's 3rd and 15 now for the Stings. Heathcock under center. Simpson's got a hole, but not much of one. It closes up quick. He'll get about 3. He's going to bring up 4th and 12
Tackled by number 16.
from the 42-yard line.
Justin Jackson on the stop. And Simpson, like I say, gets a couple of the lost yardage back, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Marshall Cervic on to punt. He'll be standing at his own 45-yard line.
Kicking for the Stings, number 2, Marshall Cervic.
Cervic gets away from one, and the rugby-style punt gets it away. Nice. Fortunate bounce for Texas City and Cervic, and it'll be down at the 10-yard line.
That's exactly what you want. Tell you what, a little scary there. Cervic uses his speed to get out of the rush. Nice job of putting that ball down inside the 20, just outside the 10-yard line. Great job, Marshall Cervic.
Well, I'll tell you what, that could have been disastrous.
Panthers take over on their own 11.
So here we go, Ridgepoint, first offensive possession of the night.
Jesse Kreb at the quarterback spot. Gives it a little flicker, flicks back. And it's going to be out of reach, just out of reach. The intended receiver to Deontay Ford.
Just incomplete off the fingertips of number
Christian Weaver
Deontay
defending,
Ford.
but he was a step behind.
Ridgepoint resorting to razzle-dazzle in the first play. Got him worried here.
Providing the coverage for the Stings.
Second and 10. Krabby this time pitches to Bulmer. Bulmer just sees a white wall and decides to shut her down right there at the 5-yard line.
Gavin Johnson, number 43, the junior linebacker, did a good job. Held him outside, made him turn in, and not much there.
Tried to make a turn, actually looked like he slipped on the turf. Call the loss of 6. Bring up 3rd down at 16. Kreb will be standing inside his own end zone to receive the snap. Passing down here, has room.
Big rush.
Out of the pocket. Throws this one downfield, and it's wide open behind the defense. Is caught by Deontay Ford, and Ford will go untouched the rest of the way, the rest of 60 yards. From the 6-yard line, a 94-yard catch and run. Who needs the flea flicker, right?
Yeah.
Just slipped in behind the defense. Well, I tell you what, great rush by the defense, and then just didn't contain enough to be able to get the pass away.
2 guys bearing down on him. He just stepped up in the pocket in front of him, got it downfield, and the rest is history.
Number 1, Grant Carlson.
Grant Carlson on to attempt the extra point. A little movement on the line there. We'll see who moved first. Offsides initially. Well, Carlson will get a About a yard and a half benefit.
Dead ball.
Maybe a yard and a quarter, I guess.
On the defense. Half the distance to go. Repeat the try.
Number 17, Jesse Krebs to hold.
Krebs to hold.
Carlson's
Carlson's going to attempt the kick. Grab the quarterback. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And just like that, with 7:16 to go in the first quarter,
Good.
RidgePoint scores on their first drive, actually third play of that drive. We got a score 7-0 here at Hall Stadium.
Number 30.
Christian Weaver, Xavier Simpson, and Devontae Hinton back deep for Texas City after the RidgePoint Panthers strike first,
Grant Carlson.
7-0 on their first offensive possession.
Carlson
Kickoff.
kicks this one away.
Simpson takes it about a yard deep in the end zone and try the left side, and he'll get to the 12, and that's it.
Number 30, Xavier Simpson taking it from 1 yard deep in the end zone.
The Stings will start their second offensive possession at their own 12.
DJ Rainford. Return of 14 yards.
Stings had 2 first downs on their first possession, one by penalty. Thompson is in at quarterback. Stings with 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Thompson in the backfield by itself on first down. Going to take it himself, spins, does not spin out of a tackle. He'll lose a couple down to the 10, tries to spin out.
Number 16,
Justin Jackson
Number 4,
comes into the game with 9 tackles for a loss, make it 10 now.
Thompson will go out. Heathcock now in the shotgun. Looking to throw. He's got a man open. Edmonds can't hold on to it. Threw off. Hit his back shoulder. Brandon Edmonds just couldn't haul it in.
Juggled a little bit. I tell you what, Jameel Cook comes across and makes sure if you're going to juggle the ball, you can't hang on to it like that. Jameel Cook, senior.
That'll bring up third and 12 for the Stings. Heathcock takes the snap, rolls here to the near side, looking to throw. Intercepted at the 25-yard line. Heathcock just kind of threw that one out there. And RidgePoint with the turnover.
Cameron Townsend with the interception. Tell you what, tough throw there, throwing across his body. Moving to the side, very dangerous.
Townsend today named one of 4 Lombardi Award finalists by the Rotary Club of Houston. Also, okay, I'll go ahead and admit it right now.
I'm waiting.
UT commit. He's going to look good in burnt orange next year.
Krebs pass intended for number 89, Stephen Oates. Just a little out of reach. We come in tonight talking about, we didn't really talk about it a whole lot, but you got top 3 rushers here from RidgePoint averaging over 6 yards a carry, and now 4 out of 5, 3 out of 4 plays have been in the air.
Of course.
Bowman gets the call up the middle.
Number 22.
Into that right side, look at the left side, going to pick up about 3 yards down to the 21.
Nathan Stahl makes the stop.
Number 10, Nathan Stahl.
Third down at 7. Dayton Williams, or Ledette, I believe.
Charles Hawkins got a handful of jersey and wouldn't let go. Hawkins gets the stop, and it's a loss of 3. It'll be 4th and 10.
4th and 10 for the Panthers.
Bring on field goal attempt by Grant Carlson. T sits down at the 31. It'll be a 41-yard attempt.
Field goal attempt. Number 1,
Carlson
Grant
has
Carlson.
5 field goals on the year.
Flags before the snap. That 41-yard attempt is going to be a 46-yard attempt now. Well, we'll see.
Good ball.
Nope.
It's
going to be a
36.
Yeah. Your math is good. So now it's fourth and five. All right.
Decide you might want to try to go for it rather than kick a field goal. And I say, I still hadn't chopped the play clock and finally just now did. Gives the Panthers plenty of time to get on the field. So it could turn out to be a fairly costly penalty for the Stings.
From the 19.
Looking to pass. Has all day. Across the middle, and it's caught at the 1-yard line.
Complete pass. Number 19,
Jackson Biggers.
From number 17, Jesse Crabb.
Picks up the 20, actually 19 yards on the pass. And a big 4th down conversion. Looks like going for 2. And it is.
No signal yet, but
no signal
everything
yet.
is.
They'll figure it all out.
Now they say
Now they
touchdown.
discuss it.
So that was definitely a costly penalty by Texas City.
Number 17, Jesse Crabb on
As
the keeper.
Traded 4 points there.
1-yard TD run.
So now Carlson steps back on. A little closer this time. Snap is there. Still had movement on that one. Gonna have to back it up. Moving on that left side. Don't think you can blame this on the defense this time.
Well,
But we'll see.
Good ball. Encroachment.
Uh-huh.
The offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
Encroachment on the offense. There we go. That's new. Tell you what, this Carlson is getting his workout. He's kicked off twice. He's kicked 2 extra points. That's going to be the 3rd extra point already.
he only gets credit for 2, though.
Snap is there. Hold is good. Kick is up and through. And just like that, with 4:44 left in our first quarter. Panthers on top, 14-0.
Grant Carlson set to kick off. 4:44 to play in the first quarter. 14-0. Ridgepoint has jumped out to the early lead.
Carlson is squibbed and he's kicked deep, showing he has the leg. This one again goes deep.
Gonna let that one hit. And Texas City will take it at the 20.
Wisely lets it bounce into the end zone for the touchback. The Panthers drive 5 plays, 24 yards, 1 yard touchdown. Took 2 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock. And I tell you what, would have been 3. But the Stings, that's, I guess, the first penalty of the night is the one that that's their first flag of the night for Texas City, costs them. So far, Panthers have had 2, Texas City 1, but it's been a costly one.
Heathcock from under center. Handoff straight up the middle. Nice little run of about 9 yards for Simpson.
Xavier Simpson, his 3rd run of the night. 9 yards on the carry. Tackled by number 38, Stevan Blaylock.
Stevan Blaylock on the stop.
Nice job by the front line, Texas City, to open that hole up for Xavier. Texas City with a 2nd and 1 now.
Tell you what, Blaylock on that play saved a ton of yards because Simpson was broken through the initial line of scrimmage on the move.
Nowhere at all for Simpson to go this time, as he'll lose a yard. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Tell you what, looking at this defense, some of their defensive stats, they have 32 sacks on the year. 32, averaging more than 3 a game.
You know, a lot like
3.6 a game, 3.6 sacks a game, I guess.
A lot like Texas City's team of last year, senior
laden, yeah, very
experienced and very talented. This time trying the right side, ball's on the ground. Heathcock picks it up at the 27-yard line. Loss of about 6 will make it 4th and 8.
Loss of 7 on the play.
As RidgePoint came in with 3 or 4 defenders, that kind of thing, they just say, two of them say, let's try to tackle it. The other 2 say, let's strip the ball.
So on 1st down, you get a 9-yard carry and end up 4th and 8.
Cervic back inside the 15 to kick off, or to punt, I'm sorry. Jameel Cook set to receive this punt.
Nice high kick. Fair catch call for by Jameel Cook.
Fair catch called by number 4, Jameel Cook.
So the Panthers will have 2 minutes and 43 seconds to work with here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 37.
.31 yards on the punt.
Kreb with Bulmer and Ledette in the backfield with him. This time gives to Bulmer. Bulmer sneaks around, gets out of a couple of tackles. Could have been tackled for loss actually in the backfield, but he sneaks away from it and crosses the 45-yard line on up to the 48 for a 1st down. Just like that.
Junior Charles Hawkins makes the stop.
Little hurry up. Passes up, intercepted.
Cervic.
Cervic dodges one tackler, takes it all the way across the field, gets a block.
Nice block.
Cross midfield. You're going to be knocked out of bounds over on the far sideline. Nice job of Marshall Cervic fishing that one out of the air and returning it for, call that about 25 yards. Actually, we'll call it 35 yards, 36 yards.
Yeah. Again, nice yards after catch or after interception for Cervic.
Did not catch the pressure in the backfield, but I tell you what, Kreb had to throw that one out of duress.
So Texas City with some nice field position, 1st and 10 at the Panther 39. Heathcock under center. In some pressure, going to have to just throw that one away, and he does. Cervic was close, but Heathcock does a good job of just getting that ball away.
I tell you what, Cameron Townsend is in the backfield almost every play. Now there's a couple of purple jerseys back there just about every play. Get used to seeing the purple team. Going to have to play a purple team again next week.
Yeah. Another type of cat.
Round against, a different type of cat. Bi-district round next week against Angleton. Win or lose is the good thing about tonight.
Thompson, the quarterback, high snap. He gets it under control, trying to get to the outside, puts a stiff arm up, but nothing doing there. Townsend fights through the stiff arm.
It's Dion Blaylock, first man there. I tell you what, just like I say, by the time Thompson got the control of the ball, he was looking at four purple jerseys with nowhere to go.
Loss of 3 will make it 3rd and 13.
You want to try to create some offense here. You've been running the ball well, and there's just no time for Heathcock, Thompson, for anybody back there to be able to set their feet and throw a pass.
Heathcock is now back in. 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 here to the near side.
Actually, you see Tech City trying to create some space there by rolling him out.
Delayed handoff. Simpson gets the call. He's across the 40 to the 39, which is the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 10.
Joe Turk with the stop.
Tackled by number 99, Joe Turk.
Simpson has been the workhorse tonight so far. Gets up a little slow, but he trots off. Under a minute, clock moving at 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Cervic ready to punt. Takes a bit of a Texas City bounce down inside the 5 to the 4, and that's where the Stings will down it. Brandon Edmonds puts a hand on the ball, and the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line with 29 seconds here in the first quarter before we swap field sides of the field.
Ridgepoint beginning their 4th drive of the night. 2 drives, touchdown, previous drive, interception. Remember, had them pinned down here from a Marshall Cervic punt earlier in the game and resulted in a long touchdown pass. This one into the left side. Remus Bulmer will pick up about 4 up to the 9-yard line.
Ralph Anderson and number 51, sophomore Isaiah Swede, in on the stop. That's going to do it for the first quarter here at Kenneth Hall Stadium. We'll swap sides of the field and move into quarter number 2 here in just a minute with the Panthers from Ridgepoint on top 14-0 over Texas City.
There's an extra man on the field standing at the 20-yard line. That's our commercial guy.
He's the man with the
He's the guy
control.
that he does. He controls the game. So it means tonight we're going to get home about 45 minutes to an hour later because this game, everybody's here tonight. Everybody here. Comcast, Charles McCullough,
Dennis
Chronicle.
Johns.
Man, got Bevo here. Galen News.
Bevo, where's Bevo?
Give across the back. Deontay Ford does a long run to gain 2 yards up to the 10-yard line. Tell you what, looked like the play had potential, but nice job by the Sting defense just to stretch that one out.
Dante Hayes doing the stretching over there, just kept fighting off the blocker and finally forces the run to go out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd and 4, actually 3rd and 3.
Ridgepoint only facing 2 third downs so far. They're 1 for 2. This gig goes to Bulmer as he comes across in motion. Still on his feet. He'll have the first down up to the 20-yard line, but there he'll be, his motion will be stopped.
Daquan Thompson on the stop for the Stings, but not before the chains will move, and a first down for the Panthers.
Tackled by number 4, Daquan Thompson.
Right at the 20-yard line, they're ready to go.
Give this time to Ledette. Ledette into the middle of the line, mixes it up, going to pick up 3 up to the 23-yard line.
I believe Devontae Hinton, one of the first white jerseys there for Texas City.
2 yards on 2nd and 8 Panthers.
Panthers are snapping the ball with just about 22 or 3 seconds left every time. Running very fast, a little misdirection, looking to pass. Up, caught. I believe that is Keyshawn Ledette out of the backfield. Little wheel route comes out, picks up about 12 and a first down.
Ralph Anderson will get credit for the stop, but actually ran out of real estate there on the near sideline.
Yeah, he did. Again, quickly moving. He's got an extra sting on the field, but this one, no flag, I don't believe. Let him get by with it.
Trenton Murphy, junior linebacker for Texas City, in on the stop. He actually makes the stop for the Stings, a loss of a couple on first down.
Bulmer on the carry. Like I say, lost a couple. Got them all spread out this time. Two on the far side, two on the near side, as Kreb is by himself in the backfield. Bulmer goes in motion, fakes, and looks to pass. Has a couple of different choices. Has a wide open receiver across the middle. Catches it at the 35 and going to be caught all the way down.
Servik.
Yes, not sure how he caught it. He was wide open across the middle.
Marshall Servik makes the stop from behind, saves the 6 points.
Connor Talbot. Again, it looked like there was about 15 receivers to choose from. I know you can only play 11 at a time, but there were purple jerseys all over the place. Again, same formation. Lots of folks to choose from. Bulmer's forced out of the pocket. He wisely throws this one out of the end zone. Well covered in the end zone by Texas City. Bulmer, looking back at his statistics, is a passer. Does not tuck and run very often. Excuse me, not Bulmer. That's Kreb from the quarterback spot. He only has 17 carries on the season, and you figure most of those carries are as a result of being flushed out of the pocket or sacks, so forth, and negative yardage as well.
Nice job by the Texas City.
But he is hitting
secondary.
over 60% of his passes. So impressive. When you got guys like this to give it to, and Bulmer gets inside the 10 and just tries to cut it back. And watered the turf a little too much today. Watered the grass a little too much today.
Well, it had a little rain this morning. Thompson
slips at the 10.
Made him change his footing a little bit, so he'll get credit for the stop. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
This time to Ledette. Ledette cuts it outside, looking for some room. He slips, and because of that slip, didn't get in the end zone, able to regain his contact. Referee's going to say his knee went down. Just looked like he's shy of the first down marker. I thought he got a hand down and kept his foot.
That looks like he's marking it at the 4.
He is marking it at the
Dante Hayes on the stop for Texas City.
Shy of the first down, 4th and inches for the Panthers.
So now 4th and 1 from the 4.
Ledette and Bulmer. Ledette gets the call. Nice stand up there at the end zone. I'm not for sure who the first sting was there. I believe that was Daquan Thompson.
I believe it was Thompson, number 4. Gets off the bottom of the pile for Texas City.
Just stands Ledette up. Ledette gets the first down and thought he was going to have the momentum to get inside, but Thompson just stands him straight up.
Nice job by the sophomore. Safety for Texas City. That'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
The Panthers 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions tonight. Come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Under center, Bowman gets the call. He ducks in under the coverage and will have the touchdown.
Number 22, Raymond Bulmer with his 6th carry of the night.
6 more for the Panthers with the extra point to come. 8:40 to play in the first half.
This drive started at the 4-yard line, a 96-yard drive.
Kreb to hold for Carlson's extra point attempt.
It's up and good. Our score here with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Ridgepoint Panthers 21, Texas City 0.
With 8:40 in the second, Panthers lead the Stings 21-0. Back for the Stings, number 9.
Texas City ready to receive Christian Weaver, Xavier Simpson.
Tell you what, Texas City be able to create some points tonight. Need to have some points given either from return yardage or going to be able to try to find it other places other than offense. And they began the season like that with quite a few different returns.
Simpson takes this one at the goal line. Across the 20, the 30, across the 40 and gets pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So a nice return, just like what the doctor ordered.
Grant Carlson, the kicker, is the one that had to make a stop. Carlson probably gets excited about getting to make a, get to hit somebody every once in a while. Kind of act like it's a soccer game,
His mama might not like that too much. So Texas City will start 8.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Heathcock will go under center from the 42-yard line. Trying the right side of the line is Robert Frank. He'll get a couple up to the 45. Gain of 3 for Frank and the Stings.
Kaiser St. Cyr, along with Cedric Horton, make the stop. Cedric Horton, number 9, one of the other running backs, with some stats from the Panther side. Of course, Tech City, again, some of their running backs playing on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Frank and Zendeja split in the backfield with Heathcock. Frank gets the call again. He gets hit as he hits the 40, but barrels for a couple more yards up to the 47, almost the 48. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for Texas City.
3rd and 4 for the Stings. All on their 48.
From their own 48-yard line. Mull and Edmonds will go out wide to the far side on 3rd down. Heathcock fakes the handoff, rolls to that side. Ball's tipped and out of bounds. Trying to get it to Zendejas.
Had Zendejas open. Cameron Townsend, the one that knocks it out of the air, straight up in the air.
That will bring up 4th and 4. And Cervic will come back on in punt formation.
Set the kick for the Stings.
Jameel Cook back for the Panthers, standing inside his own 20. Cervic has time. Gets this punt away, punts it away.
Nice job, right
from
inside
Cook,
the 20.
yeah, right at. They're going to mark it inside the 20 by about a width of a shoestring, but
and you got to give him credit for that. Tell you what, Cervic's punted 4 times, 3 down inside the 20.
Absolutely.
That's what you ask out of your punters.
And not giving Cook, who's obviously a top-notch athlete, giving him a chance to return anything.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball on the 20.
Got commercial man out on the field right now, so we're taking a commercial break. And we'll take a short break with them.
Both teams back on the field after the timeout. 7:10 to play in the first half. 21-0. All RidgePoint to this point.
RidgePoint sends out a new quarterback, Troy Alexander. Alexander has seen time in the backfield previously this season. Pitches to Bulmer. Bulmer cuts it back when he gets across the line of scrimmage. Looks like he had a wide hole, but it closed up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Daquan Thompson got in, got him by the ankles, and wouldn't let go. Thompson on the stop.
Daquan Thompson.
After a gain of 6.
6 yards on the carry.
RidgePoint on their 5th possession, 4 possessions, they've only hurt themselves once with an interception. This time Ledette gets the call, left side, outside, across the 40-yard line up to the 44.
Ralph Anderson, the first stingery there on the stop. That'll move the chains.
14 yards on the carry. 1st down Panthers.
14-yard pickup and a 1st down. Panthers plenty of time here, leading 21-0. 6:25 on the clock. Stings looking for a way to make a stop. Alexander back to pass, has a rush. Going to be caught in the backfield.
Ball's on the ground.
Possible fumble on the play.
Looks like Texas City has come up with it. Andre Smith comes off the bottom of the pile for Texas City with the fumble recovery.
Number 70.
Nice rush by the Stings as they, again, cause a turnover.
Smith, the sophomore. Finds the loose ball, and Texas City will have it 1st and 10 at the Panther 48-yard line.
Stings take over.
See if the Stings can find some life in this offense with the turnover.
Ridgepoint's only 5th fumble lost on the season. Not
Heathcock
characteristic.
looking to throw, going downfield. Has a man there, says he's caught but out of bounds.
So we had great concentration.
Yeah, that's
as he
Carlos
pulls.
Frank.
Yeah.
The sophomore Frank just ran out of real estate on the far sideline. So 2nd and 10 for the Stings. Edmonds and Blevins out wide to the near side. Handoff up the middle and maybe a yard before Simpson is met.
Number 30, Xavier Simpson, 6th run of the night. Tackled by number 60.
Torian Williams on the stop. Williams is forced to be reckoned with, I tell you what.
3rd and 9 for the Stings. Stings send a wide out to either side. Heathcock fires it out here to the near sidelines to Cervic. Needs to get on that ball. No, they're calling it incomplete just in case, but they call it incomplete. And that was close to being considered a lateral. But referee right there says no, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Stings.
And 9 for the Stings.
Jameel Cook right there, ready to take that one to the house just in case. Cook, a University of Maryland commit. Well, number 4 for the Panthers will be back deep to receive the high snap. Cervic, great job of plucking that one out of the air. And this time,
around the
sidelines one. We'll see if he
looked like the 18, but it's going to be the 17. Nice job by Cervic. He might have secured himself a place on the basketball team with that one. Nice vertical leap.
25-yard punt. Panthers take over on their own 17.
So Texas City not able to come up with any points off the turnover.
Troy Alexander back out, along with Ledette and Bulmer, number 20 and 22 in the backfield. Ledette gets the call, has some room on the sideline, going to be wrangled out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Devontae Hinton on the stop.
For his 5th carry of the night. Tackled by number 6, Devontae Hinton. 9 yards on the carry.
That'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Devontae Hinton came in tonight two tackles shy of 100 on the season. This time, Bulmer gets the call, comes to the sideline, looking for more room, but he looks up and sees
Ralph Anderson.
Ralph Anderson coming with the bead. He was moving.
33, Ralph Anderson. 8 yards on the
Anderson
carry.
has been the man on defense for Texas City this year, along with Hinton. '78 tackles on the season as a flag comes out.
Good ball. False start.
False start against the Panthers.
5-yard penalty.
Talk about Anderson, just a junior, like a lot of these guys getting some time for Texas City this year.
Bulmer gets the call. It's tripped up in the backfield. It gets out of that, gets out of the grasp, and somehow or another is able to turn into a positive 3-yard gain.
Isaiah Swede was the man in the backfield that slowed him up. He got away, but Swede slowed him up enough to get some of his teammates there to finally make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So 2nd and 12 now for Ridgepoint.
This one completed and got out of the grasp again. Did a nice job after yards after catch. Doesn't really take it anywhere, but gets out of the grasp. Jack Spiggers.
3 yards on the completion, tackled by number 75.
Andre Smith,
Andre Smith.
another sophomore for Texas City, makes the stop. 3rd and about 6.
Troy Alexander going to take it, tuck it, and go. Has a first down. Still on his feet. Blocking the back and right in front of the referee. And he's just going to walk on by. Here's a flag.
They did finally throw it, didn't they?
Yep. That one's coming back. He'll
Run out of bounds. By number 14, Zach Heathcock
Alexander.
on the 14.
About a 48 yards.
There is a flag on the play.
Blocking back. Gets the offense. Number 19. 10-yard penalty. 7.
Yeah, from the spot, it'll be won't get credit for 48 yards, but still picks up a pretty good chunk of change.
Ends up being a gain of about 14 after the penalty yards are stepped off. Panthers now on the downhill side at the Texas City 48.
Alexander looks to pass out in the flat to Bulmer. No one near. Takes it down the sideline, and he'll go all the way. Nobody there. Tell you what, one opportunity. And just Bulmer showed some speed as he took it from about 48 yards in. Behind the line of scrimmage and just scooted the rest of the way.
So 3:04 to play in the first half. 27-0 with the extra point from Carlson about to come.
Good deep snap, nice set, and a kick is through. So with 3:04 left in the first half, Texas City trails 28-0.
His 4th extra point, held by number 17, Jesse Krebs.
All right.
Carlson set to kick off with 3:04 to play in the first half. Simpson with nothing to do but go to a knee about 6 yards deep in the end zone. So Texas City will have it at their own 20. We do appreciate you following us all year here on the Tech City Stingery TC Stings football YouTube channel, brought to you by the Media and Technology Department at Texas City High School with their head coach, Daryl Hannes. Tonight, Austin Douglas, Valerie Wilson, and Carlos Chavez making it happen. Appreciate all their work all year long. Handoff on the right side. Not much there.
Number 34, Jesse Sendejas.
Sendejas gets the call.
Kaiser St. Cyr, big number 90 on the stop.
He'll get a couple. Call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Heathcock from under center on 2nd down. Nothing at all. No room whatsoever for Josh Gray.
Number 32, Josh Gray. Met by first Panther, number 90, Kaiser St. Cyr.
Be a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Third and 8, Stings.
Under 2 minutes now to play in the half. Gray will be standing to the left of Heathcock. Heathcock in the shotgun, looking to throw. Brandon Edmonds just couldn't get the handle on it. Pass falls incomplete.
4th and 8 for the Stingarees.
Edmonds maybe looking.
Hey, might have heard
up.
footsteps. I tell you what, Edmonds catches that ball. He's got quite a bit of purple all around.
So Servik back on, standing at his own 15-yard line to punt this one away on 4th and 8. This kick gets a nice Servik roll inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
Number 2, Marshall Servik, 42 yards on the punt. Ball
Was that
down
42 yards?
by number
Nice punt
12,
by Servik.
Brandon Edmonds. Panthers will take over on their own 30.
So Ridgepoint will have it at their own 30 with a minute 27 to play in the half.
Ridgepoint's last possession, 6 plays, 83 yards. Tell you what, large portion of that yardage came on that last play, 49-yard touchdown pass. Just pass out of the flat to Bulmer. This time, Troy Alexander again in the backfield, looking to pass. Across the middle, open, but a little high. Terry Petrie.
That'll stop the clock with a minute 23 to play in the half.
Grab back in this time. Fakes inside, tries to freeze the defense, gets it outside. Little same look as they've scored last play on.
He was
Completed to
slowed
number
up.
12.
I'm sorry, slowed up by Servik and then pushed out of bounds by Daquan Thompson.
5 yards on the completion.
Petrie picks up 5 on the completion. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock at a minute 12, like you say. Back in the game is Kreb for Alexander. Stings looking with blitz again, quickly out. Intended for Deontay Ford and just goes right through his hands. Ford with possibly a little bit of room, had a man to beat, and then nobody in the secondary.
Hinton and Dante Hayes got in there quick.
Yeah, Stings were pretty well ringing the house on that one. And it's looking like that Ridgepoint is sending a punter on the field. I'm not going to say that they're going to punt.
Thompson standing back inside his own 30 for Texas City, just in case they do.
This one, great punt.
Fair catch.
Caught at the 25-yard line by Daquan Thompson. Texas City will have a minute and 3 seconds left in the half. They trail 28-0. Tell you what, Ridgepoint has basically done nothing wrong. Actually, maybe dropped a pass or two is about the most negative thing you can say about the Panthers at this point. They have been on point, on task, just about every play, taking advantage of an early Texas City penalty to turn a 3-yard field goal into a 7-yard score, grinding away on a 11-play drive, 11-play 96-yard drive, as well as making a short field with a 6-play 83-yard drive. So they have definitely shown why they're number 3 in the state.
Heathcock takes the snap, hands off to Frank. Franken looking for something outside. He gets across the 30.
Number 3, Robert Frank reverses.
Nice run by Robert Frank up to the 32.
By number 12,
Big gain of 7.
7 yards on the carry.
2nd and 3. Texas City quickly ready to go. Handoff this time to Simpson. Simpson almost gets to the 35 before he stood up, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
2 yards on the carry. Tackled by number 38, Devon Blaylock.
Stevan Blaylock on the stop.
3rd and 1.
Gives Texas City a 3rd and short here. Less than 20 seconds left in the half.
Thompson now comes in. Stahl and Simpson in the backfield along with Zendejas. Quarterback sneak, and Thompson's turned around because somebody's got his face mask, but nobody saw it but me.
Number 4, Daquan Thompson with a keeper. 4 yards on the carry.
Panthers are running off the field like it's
They're thirsty.
halftime,
They're
and
thirsty.
maybe that might help Texas City's cause. See if they'll run a play, and they'll restart the clock and let it run out.
Yep.
So they were right.
Now you
They were
can
right
go
running off the field. That's our first half. Texas City struggling this game, trying to put some points on the board. Ridgepoint, it's all Ridgepoint this first half. They lead 28-0. We're at halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, Texas City High School proudly presents the Stingeret Dance Team. The Stingerets are under the field direction of the following dance officers: Lieutenant Elisa Briones, Lieutenant Tara Dean, Lieutenant Rosie Diaz, Lieutenant Lakeisha McIntosh, Lieutenant Riley Moss, Lieutenant Megan Newman, Lieutenant Colonel Terranique Crump, Colonel Cameron Cotton. Stingeret social officers include President Lauren Eberlin, Vice President Haley Bullock, Secretary Divya Salisor, Historian Courtney Williams, and Chaplain Annalisa Ruiz. Tonight, the Stingerets will be performing a kick routine with music selection, Cupid Shuffle. The Stingray Teacher of the Week is Miss Sunset. The Stingray Spirit Girl of the Week is Diamond Phillips. The Stingray Dancer of the Week is Mackenzie Hearn. And the Stingrays are under the direction of Miss Ashley Hardage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, taking the field from Texas City, Texas, the Texas City High School Sting Marching Band. I'd like to congratulate the band on their 5th consecutive year of UIL sweepstakes for UIL marching contest. Way to go, band. And tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the band would like to present their rendition of the Cupid Shuffle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas City High School Sting Marching Band. The Texas City High School principal is Ms. Holly LaRose. Superintendent of schools is Dr. Cynthia Lucignolo. Director of Performing and Visual Arts is Joseph Figueroa. Again, we'd like to thank our esteemed band parents for a wonderful season. Thank you for all your help and all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed our performance and we wish you the best.
And now, taking the field is the award-winning and state qualifying Ridgepoint Band and Color Guard. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Haley Dern, Sidney LaFleur Murphy, and Braden Herring. Guard captain is Amanda Nedrow, and lieutenant is Diana Parlante. The band would like to thank our Diamond Level family sponsors, the Eric family, Platinum Level family sponsors, the Vega family, the Dern family, the Harris family, the Scholes family, and the Heidenreich family. Our corporate Gold Level sponsors, Chevron, GEI Care, and IBM Community Grant. Our Silver corporate level sponsors, Foddy's Mediterranean, Fort Bend Dental, Inspired.
Halftime entertainment in the books. First half entertainment provided to you by Ridgepoint.
Hey, most definitely.
The most hospitable thing to do would be to let Texas City be their second half. Sting's down 28-0 as they come onto the field. We'll have second half kickoff here in just a few minutes. Dennis, it was just fast and furious all Ridgepoint from the get-go.
Well, it really was. Texas City started off with the ball first for a couple of first downs, and really when you think about it, with the ball first, a couple of first downs, moved the ball across midfield, punted, pinned them deep, and had a chance for a safety. And you don't really know, how the game might have turned at that point. Texas City, after that point, really has been really anemic on offense, and honestly, just kind of let the defense kind of giving up some big plays, which is really not the norm for the Texas City defense. They're the second defense in the district this year, giving up 232 yards of offense, and I'm sure they've well over that already tonight. But I tell you what, just outside of those first possessions, Texas City's first offensive possession, been able to move a little bit, helped out by a penalty. But then that first defensive possession allowed RidgePoint to score on 3 plays. A third down play was had the quarterback in the end zone and just couldn't quite contain him.
Right.
So, but like you say, it has definitely been all RidgePoint. And at this point, RidgePoint put a second-string quarterback in to run a series, and then actually on the last series they're up 28-0. You kind of wonder, we don't run the show, so but they're putting the first-string quarterback back in. You really risk a chance of injury, but at this point, it's a football game. It's a Thursday night, and everybody wants to play.
That's right. Well, and unofficially, RidgePoint with roughly 300 yards on offense. Texas City with roughly easily less than 100.
Yeah, definitely.
So it, like we said, has been all RidgePoint. Texas City will kick off to start the second half.
Terry Petrie with the ball at the 19, right up the middle, has a crease. He's at midfield, has the kicker to beat, and he will beat him. He's at the 20, the 10, and it is a touchdown, RidgePoint. I believe he went untouched. Did Terry Petrie, a sophomore wide receiver, defensive back, and goes the distance from the 19 where he took that kickoff, and 81 yards. Like I say, basically untouched. And just like that, we're 12 seconds into the third quarter, and RidgePoint is tacking on their lead. Grant Carlson will enter in, and Jesse Kreb will get to hold for him here on the extra point. Hold is down. Kick is up and good.
Extra point. Number 1, Grant Carlson is good. Held by number 17, Jesse Kreb.
Just like that, 35-0. Third quarter just underway.
Weaver, Simpson, and Devontae Hinton back deep for Texas City as Carlson set to kick off.
For the Panthers, number 1, Grant Carlson.
Simpson will take this one about 7 or 8 yards deep in the end zone, thinks about it, and then has second thoughts. He'll go down. Texas City will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Takes the Carlson kick 7 yards in the end zone for a touchback. Stings take over on their 25.
I said the 20, didn't it? It is the 25. Taquan Thompson comes in at quarterback for the Stings. He'll be under center. Simpson gets the call. He'll get a couple of yards to the 27.
Number 30, Xavier Simpson. 2 yards on the carry. Tackled by 16, Justin Jackson.
It'll be 2nd and 8. Stings looking to the sideline, making sure they have the right play. Stahl is in the backfield with Simpson. Simpson gets the call again. Nothing there at all.
Tell you what, Simpson gets the ball, and there's just there's 3 running right in the middle of three purple jerseys. There's nowhere to go.
He'll get a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd and 7.
2 more yards on the carry, brings up 3rd and 6 for the Stings.
Pitch to Frank this time, and absolutely nothing there at all.
I tell you what, Torian
Williams
comes untouched from the left side or right side of the off defensive line and is able to catch Simpson from the back. Actually chases him down from behind right after he gets the ball. Really no time at all.
4th and 7 will bring on Marshall Surovic.
Back to punt for the Stings, Marshall Cervic.
Good snap. Surovic gets it away.
Punt's muffed.
Yes, it was, and picked up by Ridgepoint. Finally brought down by Christian Weaver.
Terry Petrie, I tell you what, probably fairly uncharacteristic. Jameel Cook muffs the punt. It looked like he was interfered with by the defense, but he muffs the punt, and Terry Petrie, fortunately, is right there alongside him to pick it up.
Boy, talk about being in the right place at the right time. He was. And Ridgepoint keeps the ball. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back after the TV timeout. 1st and 10 from their own 43 for Ridgepoint.
And it is Jess Cribb, along with Bulmer and Ledette. Misdirection. Bulmer gets the call, and he's put down immediately.
Dante Hayes.
Number 22 of Remus Bulmer, 10th carry of the night. Tackled in the backfield.
Hayes makes the stop for the 3-yard loss.
Tackled in the backfield by number 36, Dante Hayes. Also 3 on the play.
Same play. Bulmer this time gets around the edge.
Daquan Thompson makes the stop.
Picks up 6.
Tackled by number 4, Daquan Thompson. His 5th.
Got his original lost yardage back.
5 yards on the carry.
Same play, different blocking scheme, able to open up the right side of that line and has a little bit of room to run there. Bulmer, lone man in the backfield with Cribb. Cribb, 3 steps, looking to pass. Big time hold. And it is called, and it's caught, and going to be all for naught as it's caught by number 2, Deontay Ford.
Surovic wrestles him down, but it's going to come back like Dennis said.
Flag on the play.
Tell you, good penetration. Was that Dante Hayes again?
I believe it was.
Good penetration inside, and if it wasn't for the hold, would have definitely been a potential sack for Hayes.
Holding on the offense, number 79, 10-yard penalty, to take 3rd down.
Get no complaint from the Ridgepoint coaching staff. Nice pass, though.
That'll back it up to the 36-yard line.
This brings up 3rd down.
Third and 18.
Crab looking to set up a little bubble screen. Caught by Deontay Ford. Ford has a lot of room. Has well enough for the 1st down. Picks up the penalty yardage plus.
Tackled by number 9, Christian
25 yards on the pitch and catch.
Weaver makes the stop, but not before the big gain to the 39 of the Stings.
Big plays has been a story for Ridgepoint. Different running back in the game, Cedric Horton. Has 38 carries for 260 yards. This time gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Devontae Hinton on the stop, the first Stingery there to trip him up.
Horton averages just under 7 yards a carry. senior running back. Tough time this year following behind Bulmer and Ledette. So it is Horton along with Stephen Butler in the backfield. Horton gets the call, tries the right side, and he will get nowhere.
Nice job by Nathan Stahl. Fights off the blocker and keeps pursuit.
Tackled by number 10,
loss of a yard.
Nathan Stahl.
Ridgepoint fairly successful on third down tonight. Have converted 2 fourth downs in the first half. 1 for 1 here in the second half. It'll be 3rd and 11. 3 steps looking. Gets out of pressure. And now Kreb will tuck it and run. And Kreb will be stopped short of the first down marker.
Number 17, Jesse Kreb on the quarterback keeper.
Devontae Hinton
Tackled by
You
number
gotta
makes the
think
stop at the 35.
Coach Sniffen on the sideline when he sees his quarterback tuck and run. It just in a wide open field. He was brought down gingerly that time, but
so 4th and 6 for the Panthers from the Texas City 35-yard line.
Kreb, yeah, he picks up 5 yards. Seemed like he ran for 20, but he picked up 5. It will be 4th down. Kreb fakes, play action fake, has this one over the top. Receiver falls down. Then the other receiver picks it up in the end zone, calls a catch. Jax Biggers, unbelievable da-da-dun catch in the end zone.
Yes, it was.
37 yards on the pass play. Kreb to Biggers. Biggers' 3rd catch on the night.
Another 4th down conversion.
4th down conversion, right. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down.
Now for the Panthers. Number 1.
And then tell you what, Ridgepoint has been a team of big plays tonight. Carlton's kick is up and good. They extend their lead. 42-0 with 6:03 left in the 3rd period.
Carlson. 6 minutes in the 3rd. Panthers up on the Stingrays, 42-0.
Back deep for Texas City, number 9, Christian Weaver, along with number 30, Xavier Simpson. That's Carlson ready to kick off. Ridgepoint up 42-0 with 6:02 left to play in the 3rd quarter here at Kenneth Hall Stadium. The last regular season football game, District 23 5A, and everybody else's district as well.
Tell you what, this kicker, Grant Carlson, he's a junior. Good-looking kicker. Got
Yes,
a good
he
foot.
is. Puts it in the end zone every time.
Consistently puts it in the end zone.
Weaver says, I'm going to bring it out from about 8 yards deep, makes a cut, and loses his footing as he makes a cut at about the 15.
Because he was going all the way. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
gonna go all the way.
absolutely.
Just slipped down.
Deep in the end zone, out to the 19-yard line.
I just said, you know, really, why not go ahead and bring it out? He was 8 yards deep in the end zone, but kind of try to make some magic happen here.
Zach Heathcock in the pistol. Hands off to Frank. Frank tries the right side. He'll get a couple up to the 22.
Number 3.
Going to be given credit with Kaiser St. Cyr, but basically just because he ran right straight into him.
2 yards on the carry.
Texas still sticking with that straight ahead running style.
Simpson, the up back, Frank behind him. Frank gets the call again, trying to get outside, and just nothing there.
Joe Turk on the stop on a yard loss.
Loss of a yard on the play. Tackled by number 99, Joe Turk.
The first level, I tell you, the lineman They're not big guys. They seem very quick getting around the blocks and doing a great job of just shucking the blocks and being able to get to the ball carriers.
Heathcock to throw. Pass incomplete.
Complete pass. Nice catch, number 43, Gavin Johnson. Oh, incomplete pass.
Gavin Johnson, the intended receiver, given credit for the reception, but no go. Ball hit the turf. That'll bring up 4th down. Cervic will be standing inside his own 10-yard line. No rush.
There's nobody to return.
And nobody to return, that's right. That kick will go inside the 40, be down at the 38-yard line.
Kicks a low kick, but he really didn't get a very friendly bounce. Just kind of dies there at the 38-yard line.
Down by number 12, Brandon Edmonds. Panthers will take over on their own 38.
Ridgepoint offense back on the field with 4:43 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Krebs pitches to Horton. Horton finds the sideline, and it's going to be all the way up to very close to a 1st down, about a yard shy. Going to be stopped at the 47.
Xavier Simpson slings him out of bounds.
Gain of 9.
9 yards on the carry.
For Cedric Horton. This time, fullback gets the call. Number 45, that's Stephen Butler.
Jarvis Ford trips him up.
First carry of the evening.
Butler picks up 9 on his
8
own.
yards on the carry. 1st down, Panthers. Tackled by number 30, Xavier Simpson.
So very methodically, Ridgepoint gets back to their moving the ball. But I tell you what, throughout the course of the game, it's been the big plays that have really been productive for the Panthers, on the ground as well as in the air. Grab this time to Horton. Horton breaks through the line of scrimmage into the secondary. And a big 16-yard carry.
Brandon Edmonds throws his body out there and trips the ball carrier up. Finished off by Simpson.
Darian Trials and Lorenzo Beza trying the defensive side of the ball. Offensive starters trying to play a little defense.
Pitch number 25, B.J. Ranford.
25 is B.J. Ranford.
Boy, and Ralph Anderson got a nice hit there at the tail end of the play to make the stop.
Gain of 3.
10, Nathan Stahl. 3 yards on the carry.
Ranford and Butler in the backfield. Krebs as well. Butler gets the call.
I believe that was Trenton Murphy, number 42, for the Stings, making the stop.
65, Lorenzo Baeza, 1 yard on the carry.
A little switch around. He's letting the offensive lineman play a little defense, get him some defensive stats.
Why not?
3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Ball on the 24.
Hayes, they got credit for that tackle as well. He's a senior for the Stings.
Horton gets the call. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a couple of yards.
Hit there by Jarvis Ford. Ford makes the stop. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 4.
The ball carrier, number 25, B.J. Renford. 2 yards.
Panthers 3 for 3 so far tonight on 4th down conversions, or so far tonight. Here in this half,
4 Panthers.
the 1 4th down conversion resulted in a touchdown. Substitutions coming in a little late at 10 on the clock. So now they slip into a little rush mode there. Krebs gets the ball to Horton. Horton easily has the first down and many more.
Ralph Anderson makes the stop at about the 9-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers.
13 on the carry and a first down. More importantly for the Panthers, as they run in a few new folks as well. A couple of offensive starters from the line coming out. Call goes to Butler. Butler picks up 4.
Ralph Anderson makes the initial hit, finished off by Darian Trials.
Darian Trials, 3 yards on the
The 9th play of the drive here. The 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
6.
Stings with a substitution of their own. Darian Trials in for Beza. Game clock down to 10. Actually, play clock didn't get a chance to stop, so that'll pretty well take us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. So that's where we'll switch ends of the fields here for the 2nd down play. Ridgepoint 42, Texas City 0. We'll be back with the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers up on the Stings, 42-0.
Both teams back on the field as we start the 4th quarter here at Kenneth Hall Stadium. Ridgepoint with a 2nd and goal from the 6.
Horton gets the call. Cuts it outside. He'll have a couple of yards across the 5-yard line.
Dante Hayes and Ralph Anderson on the stop.
Ralph Anderson, pick up a 2 on the evening. Ralph Anderson, 5th tackle.
No, Krebs, 6 foot 205. Looks a little bigger than that. Looks like a pretty solid young man out there. And as we said before, you know, their offensive line is really not oversized, but they're solid. Yeah. They're solid. 3rd and goal from the 4. Krebs pitches to Horton. Horton tries to get the sideline. Simpson's going to carry him into the end zone for the touchdown.
Panthers, number 9, Cedric Horton.
Had him at the line of scrimmage, but just momentum carried him on in. Couldn't bring him down. So from 4 yards away, Cedric Horton, senior running back, puts Ridgepoint, gives them a little more cushion to their lead. Maybe they might be able to rest a little easier now.
You think?
I don't know. Grant Carlson set for the extra point off the hold of Krebs. Kick is blocked.
Dante Hayes with the block.
Extra point is blocked by number 36, Dante Hayes.
So there's a positive for you. Right back. All right. Big special teams play. Big block right there. That leads the score with 11:09 to play in our game. Ridgepoint 48, Texas City 0.
Xavier Simpson and Christian Weaver back for Texas City. Ready to return the Grant Carlson kickoff. Taken at the 5 by Simpson. Cuts it up at the 20 across the 25, and he'll go down at the 27-yard line.
Number 30, Xavier Simpson.
Stop made by Stevan Blaylock.
Tackled by number 38, Stevan Blaylock. 23 yards on the return.
Texas City, tell you what, it seemed like as long as we've been here, this is really Texas City's third possession of the half. Totally opposite of the first half, where by this point Texas City was already in their 4th possession, which is kind of aided by a kickoff return. Texas City 3 and out on both possessions.
Chris Ponder now in at quarterback for Texas City. Sendejas and Gray in the backfield. Gray gets the call as he starts to cut around the left side. He slips.
See
and
more
goes
slipping,
down.
more slipping tonight than I have all season. He slips, and credit for the tackle goes to the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Of course, I say that Texas City's 3rd possession. Ridgepoint has held the ball quite a while here in the second half.
Ponder. Gray gets the call again.
New quarterback for the Stingarees, number
He'll get to the 29, gain of 3.
Number 32, Josh Gray. 3 yards on the carry, tackled by number 37, Grayson Bowe.
Stings back ready to go. Ponder fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Had a man out there, Alan Mull. Well defended it, and it falls incomplete.
Alan Mule.
Pass defended by Armani Johnson.
Provided by number 14, Armani
Mull gets a hand on it, just a tad long.
Down for the Stings.
That will bring on Surovic and the punt team for Texas City. And Ridgepoint won't put anybody back. Low line drive kick, taking a Texas City bounce. Nice job by Surovic as that ball will go stop just short of the 20-yard line. He knew what to do to get the roll out of it.
You're right. We realized that there was no rush coming and no return, so kind of took advantage of that and tried to, rather than boot it high to get the coverage down there, just went ahead and flattened it out, got some extra yards on it.
So the Ridgepoint offense back on the field with 9.5 minutes to play in the game.
Ridgepoint's last drive was 10 plays, 62 yards, took over 5 minutes off the clock.
45,
Stephen Butler on the carry for the Panthers.
Ralph Anderson makes the stop.
6 tackle of the night.
Picks up about a yard as he drives it right into the right side of that line.
Timeout called by the officials. But there was some question about the play clock. Clock starts moving, and we're looking at a 2nd and 4. Ralph Anderson, a nice open field tackle for Texas City.
Definitely does a nice job. Ball pitch there to Rainford.
2 yards on the carry brings up 3rd and 8 for the Panthers.
Gain of 1 on the play. Rainford gets the pitch again. He's going to be caught in the backfield. Just as he turns the corner, he'll actually give him credit for about a yard.
Shanti Walker there for Texas City to make the stop.
1 yard on the carry.
That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 7.
Back to kick for the Panthers, number 1, Grant Carlson.
Christian Weaver will go back for Texas City, standing at about his own 40-yard line.
Low snap this time, handled well by Carlson. But the punt
goes pretty much straight up.
Yep.
But it'll still takes a bit of a roll. Be down
still
at the
going to get about 29 yards.
Yeah, about the 46-yard line. The Sting's own 46 is where they'll take over with just under 7 minutes, 6:58 to play in the game. Sting offense comes onto the field led by quarterback Chris Ponder. Ponder has Frank and Gavin Johnson split in the backfield. Nice hole across the midfield strike for Robert Frank.
Robert Frank, tackled by number 73.
Frank will get 4.
McAllen Waddle-Kiza. 4 yards on the carry.
McAllen Wabakiza on the stop.
Nice job.
I waited for the announcer to say it before I did.
Noah Zavala out wide here to the near side. Ponder from under center. Frank will get the call. Coming this way, he's got a hole, cuts up, cuts across. He's at the 30. 20, the 5, and reaches out. I don't believe, no, they're going to mark him out at the 2-yard line. Nice run
Tell you what,
by Robert Frank.
And Armani Johnson comes from the far side of the field and takes an angle to just basically try to keep this shutout alive. And he flat out flew across the field to make that stop.
Nice run by Frank. Texas City 1st and goal from the 2. Nathan Stahl goes in for the touchdown.
Second touchdown of the season for Nathan Stahl. I think actually only his 3rd carry of the season, but he's kind of become the big package back on short yardage for 4 yards out. 2 yards out, I guess you'd say.
Marshall Surovic to hold
After kick
for
the
Trevor
Stingers,
Pickett's
number
extra
40,
point
Trevor
attempt.
Pickett, held by number 2,
Things
Marshall
need to get
Surovic.
everybody out. Here we go. Kick is up, and it's good with 6:06 to play in the game. Texas City gets lights on the scoreboard, 48-7. We'll be back in just a minute. Trevor Pickett putting the ball on the tee after the Texas City touchdown. Nice run by Robert Frank, and then finished off with a 2-yard run by Nathan Stahl to put Texas City on the board with 6:06 to play.
Kick taken at the 15 by Jameel Cook. Cook finds a little lane, slips through a couple of tackles, all the way back across midfield to the 47-yard line. "38 yards on the return."
Trevor Pickett aided on the stop.
So Cook brings it inside Sting territory for the Panthers. Their fifth possession of the night, of the half, actually. Scored on the first 3, the last one a 3 and out. This call goes to B.J. Rainford.
Trenton Murphy and Ja'Cory Fennell on the stop for Texas City.
Panthers, fortunately, milking that clock, letting it run. I think everybody in the place wants it to run at this point. Our score 48-7 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in our ball game. Texas City will be in action, we think on Friday. Not for sure, but we'll be facing Angleton Wildcats.
That we know for sure.
We know for sure. We know who they're playing for sure, just don't know when or where. Sneaks out of the grasp somehow or another is Cedric Horton. And right at the 45-yard line, somehow or another got away from the pursuit.
Yes, he did, and finally brought down by number 31, Ashanti Walker.
20-yard gain for Horton. And a big play for the Panthers. Again, it has been a big play night for Ridgepoint. Really one drive here in the second half. They've basically methodically with no gain over 16. The longest gain was 16. Where in the other drives, they've had some pretty significant chunks of yardage at a time. This one goes to Rainford. Rainford gets nothing. Actually loses a yard.
Chris Sampson, sophomore defensive tackle, the first one there for Texas City to make the stop.
Actually going to give Rainford credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage. Very generous are the officials tonight. Had to say that, you know. Rainford gets the call, slips out of the tackle in the backfield. Across the line of scrimmage, just shy of the 20-yard line. Pick up a 5. Brandon Edmonds,
yes,
the one finally able to bring him down, had him in the grasp in the backfield. Yeah, just uncanny ability to sneak away from those grabs.
3rd and 5 from the 21 for Ridgepoint. Clock approaching 3 minutes to play in the game.
High snap, controlled, pitches to Horton. Horton has the corner, has the first down, slips out of a tackle and just tripped up at the 10-yard line. Going to fall forward to the 7.
Jesse Sendejas and Nefi Hernandez, I believe, also in to help out on that stop.
Gain of 13, down to the 7-yard line. And a fresh set of downs, first and goal for the Panthers. Rainford gets the call, and again, somehow or another stays on his feet. Able to turn it around and pick up a yard.
Jesse Sendejas finally able to bring him down. Second and goal from the 7. Clock at a minute and a half, minute 35. Like Dennis said, Texas City and Angleton, more than likely next Friday night, location to be determined. Check your local newspapers. We'll be there to bring you the action.
Rainford again.
Zach Glazner, number 53, the first Stingery there to make the stop.
Panthers will have to run this play, possibly the last play, depending on what they want to do on fourth down. But this should be the last play that's had to be run here in this ball game, as they are up 48-7, and they will take a knee.
That will do it.
Will do it.
As they, like Dennis said, they won't have to do another one. Both teams going to their respective sideline. The clock counting down 20, and so on. So that's going to do it. Stingery's final regular season game ends in a defeat, 48-7, to the third-ranked team in the state, the Ridgepoint Panthers. We do appreciate you joining us here, and again, check your local newspapers for the exact location and time of next week's by-district game against Angleton. We appreciate you joining us again. Final score 48-7. The Stings take the loss. Have a great week, everybody.